as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't gonna let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
Seth freaking Rollins is motivated as we've ever seen him. This is personal. The people are singing Rollins' song. This is Rollins' battle cry as he heads to war with CM Punk.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 years ago, Seth Rollins got in a car and drove from Iowa to the East Coast to try out for CM Punk's training school. He redefined himself in his craft. Rollins and Punk would reunite briefly in NXT, and then the Shield would become mercenaries for Punk. And Punk would leave WWE for personal and professional reasons. Talk negatively about WWE, while Rollins carried WWE on his back for a decade. CM Punk would return to WWE 14 months ago to huge fanfare, the support of the fans and many in the back, and that didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. Seth freaking Rollins versus a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk.
And this capacity crowd just exploded. They know exactly what time it is.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And this is CM Punk's first singles match since October, since that brutal Hell in a Cell match against Drew McIntyre. It's Punk's first match on Monday Night Raw, period, since 2014.
Seth Rollins prides himself on being the absolute workhorse of WWE. You have to imagine he sees that as a point in his favor here, a clear advantage he has over Punk.
CM Punk and Seth Rollins, two men who are completely beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent, their work ethic, and their passion and drive.
But as similar as they are in those respects, where they have diverged has become a point of contention between both of them, which has brought us to this point in the main event of a historic Monday Night Raw.
Survivor Series 2023. The utter dismay on the face of Rollins when CM Punk returned, when hell froze over. These emotions have been building up inside Seth Rollins for the last 14 months.
Seth Rollins says he's fighting for this company. He says He couldn't believe that CM Punk verbally tried to tear this place down over the 10 years that he was gone, only to be embraced the way he was when he returned.
Tonight, Rollins intends on extracting this demon from his soul and WWE altogether. He gets sent straight down to the floor.
Going big here.
Slingshot cross body.
Using the ropes to devastating effect.
Like a missile through the air. If you're Seth Rollins, you've got to try to keep the emotions in check. Focus on the tap. Let's get hand. And that's taking out CM Punk.
Yeah, but Punk's not afraid to play mind games. If Punk sees an opening to set Rollins off, to take Rollins' eye off the ball, he's going to take it. Rollins simply cannot, under any circumstances, take the bait in this match.
Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here driven under the steel."
That's gotta end things. How can anyone move after
From the top?
Good Lord, taking flight. No matter who you are, when you crash on the floor, a searing pain races through your body.
Into the barricade. Oh, colliding with the barricade.
And going amongst the crowd now.
But remember, countouts are active in this match.
Getting away from the unwashed masses and back to ringside.
Coming back from the outside now. He got...
And a quick schoolboy out of nowhere. Well, how the turntables.
That's an unusual decision.
Maybe looking to deal some more damage first. Gentlemen, here's an astonishing fact. This is CM Punk's first match on Raw in almost 11 years.
The last time Punk competed on WWE's flagship show, it was a week before the 2014 Royal Rumble. And in a little more than 4 weeks, both men will take part in the 2025 Royal Rumble with the aim to earn a main event spot at WrestleMania 41.
I'd say either of these men has a good chance at claiming a main event spot at WrestleMania if they don't destroy each other first.
Corey, I don't know my notes handy. Who did Punk last face on Raw?
It says here he now works with office supplies.
CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there. He's locked in the...
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
CM Punk looking dominant here. Oh my, here we go. GTS. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
Back into the ring now. Got to get back into the ring quickly. Otherwise, this match is over.
Now entering the raucous crowd. Just don't forget about the referee's count.
Out of the ring goes Seth.
He's getting back to the ring, looks like. Snapmare. This rivalry has been brewing for years and escalating for months. Rollins was seething upon Punk's return at Survivor Series 2023, remembering the years that Punk spent disparaging WWE.
And the tensions grew when Rollins was a special guest referee at SummerSlam last year, counting the pinfall victory for Drew McIntyre over Punk.
Both men with ample reason to despise the other. Now Punk and Rollins finally get to take out all their frustration tonight.
Hoisted up, double underhook. Weaves out.
But counted now into a cloak.
Cover, oh, come on.
They're gonna steal this one.
He's able to beat a 2 count.
You expect these pins to last much longer at this stage in the match.
That patented high-impact offense from the visionary. Punk's completely rattled now and able to evade the offense.
Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match and the high-profile nature of this event, I expect a lot of leeway from the official in this match. Nobody wants to see this one end in a...
And CM Punk to Rollins off the crossbody. Rollins, though, able to roll through.
Just amazing power and timing from Seth Rollins. We've seen it throughout his career, and now catching CM Punk with a GTS. Punk rather fortuitously rolling all the way to the outside to safety, although in hot pursuit now, Seth Rollins.
And Rollins limping around the ring, favoring his leg.
They sing, I hit your move. They sing my song. All of this.
And now just mocking and having his way with Punk.
Rollins has waited for this moment for far, far too long. This victory is going to be one of the sweet... Wait a minute!
Oh my goodness, cover! Isn't it up and a kick out?
While catching Seth Rollins with his own stomp, I'm coming within a millisecond of victory here.
And Punk not done yet. Pounding away on Rollins, frustration setting in.
I mean, years of bad blood and verbal jousts between these two are about to come to a head.
Seth able to counter GTS, looking to deliver one of his own.
Oh, and he connected.
And Punk kicks out. I don't know if it's resiliency, I don't know if it's sheer instinct, but I do know that tonight, CM Punk will not allow Rollins to be the better man.
CM Punk struggling a bit here. Not the welcome.
Rollins with a head of steam. Big air.
Stomp into the ground.
Punk's got a problem here. He's eyeing the 3 count here.
Goes him out. Makes the count immediately.
Before the 1 count, he's got to be having a laugh.
And guys, on most nights, Rollins would have just ended this, but not tonight.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep.
It's all Punk's for the taking. CM Punk, a familiar look on his face. Seth Rollins. CM Punk looking to turn out the lights. Go to sleep.
That spells doom for Rollins.
There's 2. He kicked out at 2.
Seth Rollins has never been known to lay down and hand out victories to anyone.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin.
The visionary, the revolutionary, the architect, Seth Rollins, the second city saint, the voice of the voiceless, the ever-controversial CM Punk. A match years in the making has come down to this. 2 men, both 5-time world champions, physically exhausted, but refusing to relent, refusing to allow the other to take advantage of their exhaustion.
Neckbreaker after the float over. That was pretty.
From way up. Oh, and nobody's there. Lands the inverted DDT.
Headed to the top rope.
From above. Taking flight.
Rollins flies. Knee strike connects. And Seth has to love this. Has to love seeing the pain starting to set in on the face of CM Punk. Fisherman suplex. Incredible.
set up in the corner now.
Oh, what a clothesline after the knee to the face.
Spiked by that DDT.
And further punishment getting aimed at the skull here.
It's a good target. Damage done there is felt throughout the entire body.
Thunderous power slam.
And CM Punk looking for support from the crowd.
Lands the elbow. Rollins getting worked on here.
Yeah, now Punk's got Rollins in as vulnerable position as we've ever seen him.
Oh, Seth gets caught with a counter.
Seth Rollins, CM Punk. These two men, two absolute titans. Takedown, looking for the cross baskets.
He forces the break by getting to the ropes.
Charging himself up and going in for the kill with that.
Ooh, merciless looking blow. Point of the elbow finds the mark.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
Punk with his eyes on Rollins, looking to end this thing.
CM Punk hoists his opponent. GTS connects.
There's no way you can take any more of those. This has got to be over.
Punk wins. Punk beats Rollins.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
What a fight, what a night, and what a win. CM Punk once again showing why he is indeed the best in the world.
This truly was a battle between two men at the absolute top of the mountain when it comes to professional wrestling. This really could have gone either way a number of times, but in the end, Punk had Rollins' number.
Yeah, but don't think this is over for Rollins. If anything, this result is only going to enrage him even more, set him off even more on his self-imposed crusade against CM Punk.
WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the three of us would meet in the main event of the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
Here comes Seth freaking Rollins.
The visionary and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth freaking Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading Seth freaking Rollins.
You guys remember what happened 10 years ago up in California, the Bay Area? Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank in the heist of the century at WrestleMania.
An iconic call for an iconic performance. Seth needs another one of those iconic moments this evening against two of the best this industry has ever seen.
A 14th appearance in WrestleMania, the third time he's been in the main event.
Come to WrestleMania for the wrestling, but stay for the karaoke. We've got a bit of everything tonight here in Vegas.
The OTC has arrived in Sin City.
From Pensacola, Florida, 1,365 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
For a record 10th time, Roman Reigns will main event WrestleMania.
A titan of this industry marching to the ring with his signature celestial swagger, the epitome of ice-cold, effortless cool.
Roman Reigns with a record of 9-3 at WrestleMania. Guys, there are only a handful of men in history with more wins than Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. 3 of those men are The Undertaker, John Cena, and the Game Triple H.
Pressure? What pressure? It's only the main event of WrestleMania. But this is a road Roman Reigns has taken many times before.
This man has a locker at the main event of WrestleMania. This is where Roman Reigns lives.
A lot of questions this week about who would carry the Ula Fala to the ring. Paul Heyman would normally do that. Tonight, Roman Reigns come to the ring with the Ula Fala on his neck himself. And for the first time in many, many years, Roman Reigns heads into battle alone.
The Ula Fala symbolizes the head of the family. And when you talk about Roman Reigns' family, you're talking about one of the most successful and powerful families in the history of wrestling. Tens of thousands of ones to the sky here in Las Vegas.
The Anoa'i family dominance continuing here at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for pride and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania.
It has to be a surreal moment for CM Punk.
accompanied to the ring by WWE Hall of Famer, the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins look thoroughly disgusted over the fact that Paul Heyman walked down to the ring with a Second City Saint. It is CM Punk's first WrestleMania match in 12 years. Remember, he missed last year's WrestleMania with a torn triceps, and this year he goes into triple threat action with Reigns and Rollins, two men that he cannot stand. Triple threat rules. The first man to gain pinfall or submission will win this match. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. He's won championships, he's made friends, he's made enemies. Tonight is CM Punk's night. Tonight is CM Punk's main event.
The pressure has always been CM Punk's playground. The fire has always been burning, and his only addiction is wrestling. Each of these three men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk has claimed that for him this is just business. Taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do, to win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're two of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back. He and CM.
Look at it, catch him off guard. And he stops the ref's count.
Barbaric clubbing blow.
Picture-perfect drop kick. Neckbreaker. The focus squarely on Rollins there as the triple threat rules will continue to be a factor. CM Punk who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW run by Paul Heyman when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the Wise Man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of the Tribal Chief.
But look at everything Roman did for Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's career. Riding the gravy train of Roman Reigns, and now to turn his back on him for tonight.
Powerful grip by Roman. Each revolution was more impressive than the last.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
Close fist from the top.
Roman just adding salt to the wound right now. That mistake might have cost them the entire match.
A high risk that was not worth it at all.
Looks like he's saying someone is not on his level.
Oh, nasty kick to the face. A razor-sharp chop there.
And that was a precisely measured attack. And Reigns is vulnerable.
Spiked on the crown.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years. Goes for the suplex. Power up high. Oh, but dropping behind Eddie.
Escapes and a chop block takes him down.
CM Punk stopped that in its tracks. Float over neckbreaker.
Picture perfect.
And Roman and Seth, two former allies, would make a lot of sense.
From the top.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
Good God, just a disgusting thud right here at ringside.
And CM Punk is in control.
Smothering offense from Punk here.
DDT!
Just like that, he's busted wide open.
Opening up the floodgates. Right about now, Roman Reigns demands acknowledgement.
And wait a minute, what's the manager doing under the apron?
Grabbing an item from under the ring is perfectly within the duties of being a manager.
Oh, man, did you hear the snap of the kendo stick? Seth Rollins back of the neck with a forearm. What a blow.
Using the chair with no caution at all.
CM Punk has had a non-stop grin since walking out here. Remember, securing the main event of WrestleMania was never the goal. Winning in the main event of WrestleMania is. Punk fails to do that, and he'll always look back on this night with regret.
Paul Heyman did tell CM Punk that he indeed will one day main event WrestleMania. Paul Heyman said, I will be with you when it happens, and it has.
Well, no matter the outcome, CM Punk will forever be a WrestleMania main eventer.
Nicely done, managing to save themselves there.
Good technique reversing Rollins. Single leg drop kick caught him. Hit on CM Punk. He kicks out with force.
How at this point you don't even stay down long enough for a 1 count is beyond comprehension.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield is built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Off the ropes already forming from that kendo shot.
Repeated hits like that are going to add up very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here. Caught with a clothesline.
And now heading back inside the ring. Set him up, Russian leg sweep. And Punk finding himself on the wrong side of another exchange. Been coming to Punk from all angles tonight. Clothesline.
This is the main event of WrestleMania, and if anyone can dig deeper than most, it is Seth freaking Rollins.
Pin. Roman can put it away here. And a strong kick out at one.
It might be stubbornness or it might be lunacy, but he's refusing to stay down here.
Flying through the air and connects.
Betting it all on a daring leap from the top.
And it paid off for the moment. Now it's time to capitalize.
It's cinched in. A crossface applied with the kendo stick.
That breaks the hold. Rescued from a potential tap out.
Taken down by the neck.
DDT! And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is a tribal chief with no followers to come to his aid. Kicks. Look at these kicks. Bang! Saw it coming. It counters it. Oh, my goodness. What a double-handed shot.
Grabbing the good old kendo stick here.
Sheesh, a painful-looking shot. Huge kick connects. Sliding back in under the ropes here. Neckbreaker.
Crafting an attack.
Clothesline. CM Punk headed to the top rope.
Wants to finish this. What a cross from the top.
He makes the choice to abandon the hold.
A show of disrespect from Reigns.
And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang. Spear. Stop. Everybody down.
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking? And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now, Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again. That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to...
Stop! CM Punk hoists his opponent.
The God sleep.
Roman might have him.
Cover. We have a cover. 2. Shoulder up before 3.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to...
We have a pin. Shoulders are down. What a win for Roman Reigns. His pure power game was more than Punk or Seth could handle.
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns!
What a display of control and dominance from Roman Reigns in this triple threat. The WWE still belongs. It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original tribal chief, the visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match. Punk has waited a long time for this, to main event the show of shows. And to make things better, he gets a chance to take down the 2 men who have been standing in his way since his return.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins think they run WWE, that this is their world that Punk has stepped into. But they've got plenty of history to work out between themselves too. This is going to be one for the ages.
CM Punk, who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend. Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has... Watch out! Oh, that'll destroy your nose. Unlucky situation for Rollins. Pile driver. And you don't just do something like that to win a match. You do that to inflict punishment. Does having Paul Heyman back in his corner even the scales here for CM Punk? Does having the Wise Man's strategies and support give him an edge over Rollins and Reigns?
Sure, if you trust Paul Heyman to have your best interests in mind, then yes, he is a huge asset in this kind of match. Going for
suicide dive. A roll of the dice and it pays off in full. Things are heading ringside now. And here we go, returning to the ring.
Oof! The stomp to the gut with full force.
And now with the kendo stick in hand, he's ready to do some real damage.
Calf kick finds the mark. And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company. Badmouthed the company for many years while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
And what's this manager looking for under the ring? He has no business down there.
Tagged with a punch.
And he comes in with the ropes now. Oh, Roman Reigns locked and loaded, measuring his opponent. Here we go. Oh, God. That might have punctured something.
This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object.
Armringer applied.
Punch to the face. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived at the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless.
Rollins goes into the cover. This could do it. Punk powers out, still going strong.
Not even a 1 count at this point.
He's headed out to the ringside area, and he's pulled the ring apron up, looking under there for something.
If you're looking to cause quick, sharp damage, you can't go wrong with the kendo stick.
Had an answer for Reigns, and he's leaving the ring for the moment. Oh, that was a stiff shot with a kendo stick.
Connected hard with the calf kick.
Swinging that damn steel chair without a care in the world. No! With authority! Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks.
This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to prove their superiority.
Bang! What a punch. He's finally able to get the reins on this one.
Seth weathered the storm and wants to create a flurry of his own.
Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects, and now an Anna.
He makes the choice to abandon the hold. Sling blade!
We knew this one was going to be good, but Reigns, Rollins, and Punk have outdone all expectations.
Simply some of the best talents we've ever seen in this industry.
And here he is, heading back into the ring. He is looking to do some...
Rollins, will that close Punk out?
I think that's it. That must be it.
Ending the 3 count.
Oh, what a club.
Attack from behind.
Neck breaker. Oh, look at this. Neck breaker after the float over.
That was pretty. Bam! God, that disturbing sound of the kendo snapping on flesh. Rollins making perfectly clear who the visionary is in this match. Bam! Well-placed calf kick.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. Butterfly backbreaker.
Looking to take it to the air now. From the top. Elbow drop.
Up and...
Oh, knee right to the spine.
Punk looking to impose his will on his opponent. And a double underhook backbreaker.
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when 3 men made their way down the stairs to remake this company in their image and the man that opened the back door for them.
A search for supremacy. The man that walked
from the top. Double axe handle connects. And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is a tribal chief with no followers to come to his aid.
Soaring. Crossbody from the top. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
absolutely impaled on that chair. I can't imagine they're okay after that. The DDT delivered.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here. Roman's being picked apart. Spin kick to the midsection. Pulls the trigger. A revolution knee by Rollins. Going right into the pin attempt. Shoulders up before two.
This is where great cardio makes all the difference, helping you stay alive deep into the match.
Under the ropes and back.
Gentlemen, we are witnessing history in the making here.
What an incredible match this has been. Ooh! Oh, man. And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
Opting for the kendo stick. He's not worried about getting too fancy here.
Backs. Uh-oh. Strong counter from Punk.
Oh, what a forceful clothesline.
And he clearly knows that as long as he has the kendo stick, he has the power here.
Turning it into a suplex. You can really see the effects of all those targeted attacks on the torso.
Wincing with every blow. This strategy is obviously working.
Single leg drop kick caught him. Equalizer in hand, and he's just goading his opponent to make the first move. Get this back into the ring now. Oh, look at this. Float over neck breaker. Picture perfect.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into...
And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else.
Shoulder into the midsection and a pin.
Countered into a new cover.
Oh, he is sadistic. That's the only way to explain why he just abandoned.
And out. That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The visionary Seth freaking Rollins has once again pulled the ace out of his sleeve in Las Vegas.
Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Go to sleep. Is it enough for Punk? And Punk now lifting his opponent up. And back, go to sleep. That could end Rollins right now.
Follows up, shoulders down. There's two. And they're still in this.
As long as his heart is still beating and there's still breath in his lungs, Seth Rollins will always keep fighting, even if it kills him.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just Punk has beat the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner, Sing Him Punk.
A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.